So this is Greg Fanbook of Greg's Mind. For this video, I know I haven't been on in a while or talked much, but so as I am waiting on hearing back from a publishing company about the publishing of the last fall book, I have since taken it down off of Amazon, so it's no longer there. But the main point of this video is actually to explain like how I envision the future of like animation based on what like knowledge I actually have on it. And I have probably thousands of years worth of knowledge in just like not really like entertainment like music and whatnot, but actual knowledge on like just being creative and so forth. Like I've seen myself do animatronics within my dreams. I've seen myself do uh, claymation and just stop motion in my dreams. These things are like the foundation of like the creativeness that I actually have. And the whole point with the Last Fall story, well, part of it is to get me the funds to um, one like get out of the just regular jobs and get into the actual like entertainment industry with like animation and whatnot, because like when Last Fall becomes a movie, which it will, it is gonna be fully animated and likely rated R, so it's an adult animated movie that actually has a story to it, unlike the stories we've had so far with adult animation and movies, which seem to peter out and not do very well. But all, fu- not all, most of the funds from the book sales, whenever that becomes a thing for me, maybe like a year or two down the line or something, but all those funds are gonna go like directly into um, trying into like small animation studios and whatnot, and into like giving them like a boost in their like animation, and so it's more detailed, more animated, maybe even at like 60 frames per second. So any funds that I get from the Last Fall publishing uh, is gonna go towards that kind of stuff. It's like I'm not gonna keep it. I don't want to keep it. I can survive perfectly fine off like 1,000, 2,000 a month. So I don't need that money. And all, and so why I'm bringing all this up is because like I have seen like more detailed versions of every basically cartoon imaginable. I've seen detailed, more like story-driven versions of like Tom and Jerry and whatnot. Um, Wild Thornberries. I've seen. Um, there's a storyline that I've seen with Donnie actually being like a secret agent. That was neat. There was what else have I seen? And like okay, so a big one for me, which I really want to see, is The Kids Next Door. That is like it was good in its first run. Like we got a good line, but we never saw the Galactic Kids Next Door. And I have seen uh, versions of the Galactic Kids Next Door. The basically like Earth is no longer habitable for kids, and so they are migrating. Like it's almost like they were refugees migrating to something past Saturn, and it was more like a directed at like teens and whatnot. So it was like a PG rating, and like there was blood and whatnot. It was far more detailed and more creative than what we probably got. I mean, I know with all the restrictions on like current TV and whatnot, or what lack thereof now that we have streaming services, but there are like it's always hindered in some way, shape, or form. I don't want to hinder the creator's creativity on their uh, production, on their own characters. So, where am I going with this? The whole thing is I want to see like actual creativity than the mundane stuff we are getting off of. I mean, we're getting a lot better content now, but it's still like controlled. Everything is like, okay, we're only gonna give you this much or whatever, but I want to see like actual creativity. A good example of like a show that I think has been like very creative would be like Adventure Time. Even Steven Universe did a good job with this. Like it lasted a long time. It was very creative. It had a pretty good detailed storyline. But like a show like Gravity Falls, I think that could have gone a lot on a lot longer, but it never did. So, and like what I want to see is true creativity, true like if a show got unlimited funds, what would happen to it? Like that's what I want to see. And I've like some of the movies I've gone to like in these dreams, like the Sphere in Las Vegas, that whole thing, the One Piece Netflix thing, that actually in the dream aired on the Sphere, and I was there watching it, and they had like it was basically the entire theme of the place. Like we had what is it? Like themed. I don't know why. Don't know why I'm getting emotional with this, but sorry. We had themed drinks. There were cosplayers there. Like it was a day event to see the One Piece. And I mean, that's what entertainment should be now, but it isn't. Again, no idea why I'm getting emotional with this, but right now the like world is so stifled in anime creativity. We don't see this stuff. So like if if you like I'm basically this is a call to action to help me get into these types of things, to actually use my abilities, my knowledge. I mean, I don't have the personal experience in this lifetime, but I have thousands of years of experience in previous lifetimes. And I know people don't understand the whole like life and death thing, which again, that's far is gonna cover like all of this. And those people who like, if they want to see that I'm not like all just talk, I will give them the fourth act of Last Fall in a PDF format of the fourth draft, and they can read it. They can see I'm not all just talk. Like I know what I'm doing. So the fourth act of Last Fall is let's see, 156 pages long. They can read through it. They can read through maybe even one chapter, and see like, oh yeah, this guy knows creativity. This guy knows what he's talking about. And when the book is actually published, they will see that like this is gonna be a phenomenon. That's what it's gonna be in the future. Like I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years down the line. So if you have any let's see, what is it? If you have any knowledge or any like way to help me again, it's stupid why I'm getting emotional, but whatever. If you have any knowledge, any way to get me into this kind of industry, or even show people the other yeah, or even show people the other videos I have on YouTube about like the Deep Roots, the Deep Roots TV show, that's gonna be huge once it gets done. Like if people just actually look at it, they will see like its quality. It has a story. It's not just like stupid. I mean, most TV shows like Family Guys, The Simpsons, they have run their course. They are dead. They should be buried, and we should get two creative shows out there instead of these shows. And as much as I enjoy like Looney Tunes and whatnot, again, that should be dead and buried, and we should have creative shows. Disney should no longer be producing like reproducing, reskinning all their stuff. They should have new and creative ideas. Like, we don't want this mundane propaganda crap that they've been producing for the last like 50, 60 years. That no longer works. And anything that I do is gonna have creativity behind it, a story behind it, and actual like messages behind it. So that that is the future that I see and that I want to bring to this reality, basically, because all this comes from a higher uh, knowledge, higher perception of like everything. Like again, told you I have thousands of years worth of entertainment experience. I just need to get into the industry to, in the sense, learn all that and we like bloom. And I mean, that's what I want to try to do. That's why I'm making this video, to see if anyone is willing to lend me a hand with trying to actually fulfill these ideas. Because again, it is not just talk. Like I, I, I know what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. I might be overwhelmed by it once it begins, but I will adjust quickly and get used to all of it. I just need a way in. So that's the video. Like, share, subscribe. If you know anyone in the industry, if you want anyone to pick up again, the fourth act of Last Farm, which is 156 pages, and uh, it, it will prove that I'm not just talk. And the Deep Roots videos, those will also prove I'm not just talk. I know this stuff. So do do what you can. That's about it. Have a good day, good night, all that fun stuff. And if you know anyone, share this video with them and message me or comment in the box below, and we're trying to get something to happen. So, good night.